What's up, my crypto legends? Let's analyze the situation here for Bitcoin. Hope you're having a fantastic day today. And let's go and dive in straight into the content. Make sure to absolutely destroy that like button on your way in, guys. Just it takes 2 seconds. Scroll down and absolutely destroy the like button. Before we go through Bitcoin, I'm just going to go quickly through the comment section. We got the New York session open now in 15 minutes. Let me just quickly go through the comment section. Say hello. Let's go. Lagaman, how are you? Seb, how are you doing? Thank you for joining the live stream here. One of my strongest moderators. Pratesh, how are you doing? K, Bufo, Andy, cuando salgan los números vamos para 16K, says Bufo. We're going to 16K, Bufo is saying. Tomorrow we do have interest rate decision. And yeah, I think it's going to be 0.75. I mean, that's the forecast. We should be going up to 3.25% in interest rate. We're currently at 2.5. There is speculation that it could go all the way up to 3.5, putting 1% up. I'm not sure if that is going to happen. I think 0.75 is going to be very, very likely. And the reason, if it is going to be 0.75, I think, you know, the market could rally, in my personal opinion. Of course, if it's going to be 1, then it's going to not be good for the market. We're having a slight correction at this moment. We're going to go through the scenario here on Bitcoin right away. We talked about yesterday this being a shorting opportunity. I did enter that short, managed to lock some profits here at this low. Okay, we were just about hitting this range. Another reason why I locked profits here at this low, rest of them got stopped out at break even, was because I was taking Fibonacci from this low point over here to the highs, and we're just hitting that 618. So it was, you know, this being a very, very strong support level. Okay, this was the take profit zone, and of course that was kind of 90% of the target area from this resistance level. Now what we did have in between yesterday and today was this choppy action hitting this daily level, getting kind of that liquidity grab above these highs that was talked about yesterday. There was going to be another shorting opportunity we talked about if we were to come up here and get choppy action. This was mentioned on yesterday's live stream. There was the scenario, and coming back up, if we were to have that exhausting momentum, it was going to give another selling opportunity, guys. I was sleeping. It was already about 1 o'clock in the morning, Central European time. Did not manage to enter that short. There was another good shorting level just right there. Okay, big spike here to the upside. You could assume that this was just getting exhausted. Come here to the 61878 Fibonacci retracement, hitting that daily level again. And as you can see, this is a kind of a head and shoulder scenario with an ascending neckline. Very, very aggressive. You did have time to enter some shorts here also. Because it is likely to come down now to claim these lows and even hit the 18.7k level. This area is very likely to be hit in the next coming hours potentially. Let's see what happens. Overall, I'm not trading Bitcoin at the moment. The only trade I entered was this one yesterday. We're going to talk about some different scenarios. Did anybody manage to short inside of this exhaustion momentum price action? Because we finally did. Okay, we were talking about the Fibonacci levels here. 618 from the highs to the lows, guys, hitting the 618 range. We just about almost touched it here by the dollar. And then we consolidated here slightly above the 618. Giving us that resistance, giving all of this range, big resistance zone, okay? And did anyone manage to short this range, guys? I shorted it, took profits, got stopped out at break even. And on the live stream yesterday, we did talk about the scenario of potentially claiming the highs again, even above this level, and getting a reaction for that and re-enter of that short position. Of course, if you are entering this resistance zone, this major consolidation, on Bitcoin, this is on the 15-minute chart where we're having that choppy action here above $19,500. A lot of choppy action. This is what we like to see, that exhaustion momentum. So what happened basically, okay, if you are going to enter a short position right here, you want to have it above these major wicks, okay? So you do have time. You've got about an hour, 2 hours to enter a short. You want to have a tight stop loss. This stop loss is never reached, okay? And this is a huge risk to reward ratio, as you can see, in just one day. This is basically a day trade, okay? Very much mentioned yesterday, I was asleep, got stopped out. Okay, I did take some profits just after the live stream when we did have that next fall down to more or less this range. Happy to take 50% of profits, and then got stopped out at break even. We did not manage to go lower. Now we formed this scenario. We had head and shoulder scenario with an ascending neckline. You can assume right there that we are losing absolute momentum here from the higher lows. So lower is likely, okay? There is a potential trade right there. It's a little bit of aggressive. If you see the price action from the last 2 days, we can see that the point of control is exactly at $19,300. Right over here, this red horizontal line is giving us a strong point of control from the volume traded yesterday, between yesterday and today, basically, as you can see right there. So you finally break in here the higher lows. You know that you are losing momentum as soon as you're starting getting below the last higher low right there. So there's a potential risky short there, but it was a good one. It was a pretty good short. Point of control, losing the higher low range. Volume probably was not high. I do like to see spikes in volume for a confirmation breakout. So not too much confluence, but overall the probabilities was falling down, of course, after losing the higher low ratio here. I am trading the S&P 500. I'm also trading natural gas. Okay, I am short in natural gas. I am in a swing trade on natural gas. This was something that was mentioned yesterday. I did tell the community I was going to plan and trade a little bit more on Prime XBT, natural gas, or S&P 500. There is a major pattern here on natural gas. Most of the people think that natural gas is going to go up here. It's going to be a cold winter in Europe and natural gas prices are going to go up. But in recessions, usually these commodities go down, okay? Oil goes down in a recession. Natural gas goes down in a recession because people cannot afford. And of course, they are still pumping natural gas and oil out of the ground, and they need to sell it, so they are forced to push the price down, especially when there is restrictions, right? Russia not giving natural gas to Europe. Well, they're going to have to sell it somewhere else. So, if you do understand that, then of course the demand is going to go down because of high prices, the restrictions. So they are going to have to push the price down, I do think, by the next coming months. And I do see an insane fractal here, very, very similar on natural gas, where we had a distribution event here, as you can see. Massive profits here when I did trade this all the way back here in June, all the way down there. And I've just noticed that we've just claimed the highs, get people a little bit worried. Also right over here, very, very similar price action than what happened to Bitcoin, okay? Claiming the highs in November, as you can claiming the highs here in August. And now we're having this kind of head and shoulder scenario, something very, very similar to what happened on Bitcoin. And this is why I do think that in the next, few weeks and few months, natural gas is likely to create this kind of massive double top, just like Bitcoin did. Of course, this is what usually happens entering in kind of a recession. Most of the people think that prices are going to go higher, and this is unlikely, of course. Anyway, that is my perspective. Remember, if you are interested in trading natural gas, S&P 500, all these different, assets, you got Forex also. On PrimeXBT, you get 7% added to your deposit. It's another way to support the channel. Get small commission, but you get the best bonus available. Scrolling down with Andy, with Bitcoinsensus 50 as the promotion code, you get 7% added to your deposit. You deposit $10,000, you're getting $700 on top of your deposit. It's another way to support the channel, of course, for me to continue with YouTube. Russian should be banned from internet too, says GamePro. Absolutely. I closed my short now, says GamePro. Phenomenal. Why not? I do think that maybe slightly lower is possible. Maybe these lows to be claimed. Our strongest level of support is exactly at 18,800. We didn't reach it here. We almost reached it. We were just about $70 off. I was happy to take profits here because I was, taking Fibonacci from here to here, and knowing that we are maybe going to get a bounce from this level. So would have liked to take more profits, but anyway, it is what it is. Managed to take profits and not having a losing trade, very important. Andy, go on BTC on the 15-minute chart. Can we have a small pump rally? This is Bitcoin on the 15-minute chart. When should I look to long BTC, brother? Well, I think it might be bullish. The New York opening might be bullish. I am very much eyeing here, very much eyeing the S&P 500, and it's just kind of holding by a thread from this range. Okay, there is a big spike on the VPBR. It's maybe going to start pumping, guys, because we do know that it's it's very likely the interest rates are going to go 0.75% up. Okay, so the forecast is going to be 3.25 for September. It was 2.5 in August. So the market knows already. Now the only thing, we got this news out tomorrow, 8 o'clock Central European time. If it were to be 1% rise, then I think the market will tumble. All right, we need to pay attention very, very closely tomorrow at 8 o'clock, because as soon as that news comes out, if it's 0.2075, I wouldn't. I think the market won't do much. But if it's 1%, guys, I want to try and trade the news. All right, I don't like to trade the news, but I think I'm going to do it for fun. If it is going to be 1%. Potentially, there's some people that say it can be. There is a very low probability it's going to be 1%. But if it is 1%, the market is likely to get a massive hit. So I'm going to try and go live tomorrow around about 7:30 Central European time and get the news ready live, and potentially jump into a short, because from the drop that we did have on the last one. If we take a look at the S&P 500, this was it. It was exactly on the 13th of September. And this was CPI data, where the market, we were expecting 8.1 and it was 8.3, inflation pretty high still. It did go down, but it was not like expected. And the market got a massive big hit. Okay, it moved, in just about 8 hours approximately. It took a big, massive drop, okay? Stock market dropped around about 5% in the same day. That is a huge amount for the S&P 500. So imagine if it is 1% interest rates by tomorrow that they are going to get them up by 1%. Market, I do believe so, that the market will take a hit very similar like the 13th of September. So there will be time potentially to get into a short. I did short this. I was already shorting at this range, but I wanted to add more to my position. I'm not sure if the community did remember that I was talking about the S&P 500 here, getting a consolidation at this 618 range from this drop. Okay, this is looking at the 4-hourly chart. So around about that 4,150, I was hoping, a claim of these highs, a little bit of volatility, and then that continuation. I had a very, very small position. It was less than 1% of my capital. But I was planning to add up more if we were to have that consolidation and pumpy action. We got the CPI data, had a massive, huge drop. So tomorrow I'm going to try and if it's 1%, the market will potentially take a massive hit. And the S&P 500 right now is at a critical zone. If I just jump here to the 12-hourly chart and take a look at the price action from 2021 and 2022, you can see right there's a big spike on the VPVR, okay? Not from this price action, from the price action that's all the way up here, and this price action right over here. We're just holding by a thread this range. So I think, if the market pumps, it will still be good for shorting, in my opinion. We'll still be creating aggressive lower highs, but the market might just hold inside of this range, just to wait to see what will happen tomorrow, if it's going to be 0.75 or 1% interest rate hike. So if it is 1%, we do have a huge gap here that, I do believe it just seems like it needs to happen. It seems like we need to claim the lows from June, right? Look at the lows from June. Look at the S&P 500 chart. And it just seems like that this gap over here to claim the lows needs to be filled. And it probably is going to be this week if the Federal Reserve is going to put interest rates all the way up to 1%, all the way to 3.5. We're expecting 3.25. It's going to be pretty interesting to what happens. If you put a gun in my head and say, where is it going? I would say, despite any consolidation here, I would say it's going to go down to test the 3,700 points this week, in between tomorrow and Friday. It might take 24 hours. It might take a few days. Let me know, guys, what you think in the comment section. DXY is pumping more, okay? If DXY is pumping, then, of course, we do have... this is good for the price of Bitcoin to go down. DXY, we were talking about DXY. Let me just get the DXY chart here. Very likely to have this pumpy action. We were talking about this bullish pennant right there, breaking out, but it was, consolidating. We managed to get one bounce, then back in here. The higher lows were getting supported. It is most likely to get supported. So it's likely that the DXY should be getting, a pretty high bounce to claim these highs and even break them. And this is bearish for Bitcoin. This is what we were talking about here on the latest live streams, right? This is, overall probabilities, massive big pump, bear flag scenario, a pennant, getting bounces here, still creating higher lows. Probabilities is getting that pumpy action. So yeah, we are just about, and I was analyzing this thinking, but I do not like to jump into a short. I am not a breakout trader. But this, for me, was so pretty obvious that we were going to come down and claim these lows, which is our next major level. Look how fast, look how easy it is, once you start losing this low range to start dropping, okay? It just takes a couple of hours to have this aggressive fall on Bitcoin of, was it 2-3% almost? Yeah. Interesting. This was a pretty nice short, guys. I hope some of you guys with this, sensible technical analysis did manage to short this range. I didn't because I was sleeping, and or short this level over here, the confirmation of this breakout. and you know, retesting the point of control here from the volume trade of the last 2 days. I mean, it was a pretty nice short. I just don't like shorting breakouts. You know, if you shorted all the way from these levels, this is definitely a take profit zone, guys. This is a big daily level. We got big resistance turning into support right there. Support, resistance. You know, this is a very strong level. Something that I want to analyze right now is we haven't touched the 618 Fibonacci yet. So if we do hit the 618, we almost touched it, guys. I would say, I mean, this is definitely a long opportunity right over here at 18.7, 18.8. We're currently getting a pretty nice bounce on Bitcoin right now. We got the New York open at this moment. Are they going to pump the price up? Are they going to pump the price up? Let me go through the comment section. Long now BTC. I short BTC. Absolutely phenomenal. Phenomenal. I only shorted yesterday Bitcoin. Managed to lock some profits. Long, and I mean, this is a good longing, you know, attempt on a long. We need to be very, very cautious with longs, guys. Market is extremely bearish. It is extremely in a downtrend. Your shorting opportunities was right here at these levels. You know, beautiful price action. You know, this over here, when we talk about how to read the market, I would very likely would have shorted this range. Okay, after this choppy action, I would have very likely jumped into a short position at this level, because this is what is telling me is that we're having exhausted momentum. Volume is absolutely, you know, volume is laughable here. Volume is very, very laughable. Look at this, no volume at all. This kind of choppy price action is attempting to break the top here of this massive red candle. We mentioned about this yesterday, and yesterday we were talking about, you know, there is a possibility in claiming the highs again and then getting the corrective move, guys. You can check yesterday's live stream. There was a possibility of claiming the highs and having that correction. If it is going to be with low volume and very choppy action, double, triple top scenario, hitting a huge resistance zone, we are likely, you know, this is a fake out. This is no breakout. This is absolutely just a liquidity grab, and we are turning right back down. Whoever shorted that, absolutely phenomenal. It's just reading the volume and knowing that this amount of volume on the chart is not going to manage to successfully break above the back of this huge red candle. Then, of course, for confirmation, so you could stay relaxed, you do have this price momentum. And as soon as you break the lows, and if you're shorting all the way up here, then you definitely need to, you know, ride it all the way down to the next big major support level, right where we are trading just right now. So yeah, absolutely, this was a phenomenal move, really. Let's go through. I shorted BTC, says Aditya. Phenomenal. I'll wait for long on 18,880. I would stay a little bit cautious, okay, on longs. I mean, it is a longing level. The reason why it's a longing level, it's a big daily zone. We got a large consolidation. We're probably just going to hit it here and have a little bit of volatility. But for me, it's definitely a long level, okay? Shorts were up here. Profits are down here. We are probably going to claim these lows and maybe get a little bit of volatility. If we start making this price action, guys, I'm not going to jump into a long position straight away, because this could, you know, we could have a candlesticks that are just falling like this, okay? We're at the risk of this potentially happening as we are in a downtrend, and maybe continuation to the downside is very, very possible. If you are long in Bitcoin, you need to be very, very cautious. You need to have extreme good risk management. You need to wait for exhaustion insanely. Don't jump in on the first red candle that is dropping below this level, expecting a bounce. No, guys, do not trade like this if you're just randomly getting into that. I mean, it might work because you might get like a V-shape kind of thing. But if you want to get into high probability, you want this price action, guys. This price action right over here. We always talk about exhaustion. We always talk about liquidity grabs. We always talk about volume decreasing. So if you were to have this consolidation at this 18,700, 18,800, 700, 800 approximately, around that range, you could have that volatility. This is the moment you will know that we are going to get a potential bounce here. Of course, I would be taking profits at the point of control or the 618 from the drop, okay? But overall, it's risky. It is riskier for longs. It is safer for shorts. Great shorts right over here. I did take one right there. Great short all of this range. Great short after breaking here the higher lows, confirming their exhaustion. So yeah, just stay cautious with longs, guys. Longs is less probable to work out. I used to catch falling knives and got wrecked. Absolutely, don't do this, especially when you're in a very aggressive downtrend. Okay, I got someone in the comment section. I'll wait to long Bitcoin at 18.7 or something like that. Yeah, but make sure to wait for a reaction. Make sure to wait for exhaustion. Make sure to wait for the volume to go extremely low. Make sure to pay attention on the DXY. If the DXY is flying and already breaking the highs, we could get some resistance here on the higher highs. Okay, we're in an ascending channel, getting respected every single time we touch it, as you can see, getting a little bit of a fake out right there. You break these highs, you could hit this level. If you start moving like this, then guys, we are going to make a huge move, leg up to the upside on the DXY. And this is not going to be good for Bitcoin. You do not want to look for longs here on Bitcoin when you have a potential projected move here on a bull flag on the DXY. I see the DXY in the next coming days or week or two trading above the 111 range. This is going to be extremely bad for Bitcoin. So you need to take that into consideration. DXY is extremely bullish. You're looking for longs, make sure to wait for confirmation, wait for exhaustion, have tight stop losses. If you have this kind of consolidation on Bitcoin right there, if you have this kind of consolidation inverted, you have insane amount of time here to enter into some shorts. Don't worry, you will have time. Don't rush. Let the price action be, let it do what it needs to do, so you can confirm that this level is potentially holding nicely. And you want to get at the lowest level, okay, that you can, and obviously take a stop loss above the lows of the consolidation. Check out this kind of price action, right? Just assume that you would have, this is what we're waiting for right there. And it's probably not going to happen, guys. Like I said, longs are more dangerous. Shorts are better. Just like yesterday, we talked about this short and the possibility of Bitcoin coming up to claim the highs and getting a reaction and then continue back down. This was talked about on yesterday's live stream. So if you have this consolidation, you wait for a consolidation. What shall I do here? What shall I do? Well, I wouldn't long after this movement up. I would be looking for shorts. When we pump in aggressively and we at resistance zones, I would be looking for shorts. If we are dropping aggressively and we're hitting support and getting a reaction, I'm looking for longs. So just assume that you would have entered a short right there. Look how much time you do have. You have a few hours of massive consolidation. So you got time to enter a trade here. You got a couple of scenarios here, a few candles after this reaction. And if you want to have a tight stop loss, conservative, a tight stop loss, so you don't lose much, okay? You got good risk management. Of course, you enter right there, stop loss right there. Your risk to reward here is insane. You at least got a 4-to-1, right? Risk to reward. You got one that you're risking right there with your stop loss above the wicks, okay? Give it a little bit of distance. But, your profit ratio is 4 times what you are risking. It's 4 times what you're risking right now. These are the kind of trades you want to look for. So what I just talked about right now is this is going to be known in the next coming hours. There are two scenarios here. I don't think a V-shaped recovery is likely. There's the scenario, one, why they slice through this level to claim the lows here at 18.3, the lows created just yesterday. Or scenario two, where we get a reaction here in the next coming hours, however it's going to be, whatever price action, something similar to this. And that is when you want to be, you want to have your alarm set. You want to know, right, price action is not managing to break below the $18,700 range. We are getting supported from this daily level. We actually got a beautiful touch right now from the daily level here to perfection. Is it going to hold? Are we going to have that volatility? Let's wait and see, guys. I mean, overall, it is probable also that we break down. The only long position that I'm going to look for here is if we consolidate in the next coming hours during the day. I would be very, very cautious. I would be having tight stop losses, okay, to not lose much if the price action were to turn around. Longing is riskier. Best trade scenario would have been this one right over here. This one over here. This consolidation here. The breakout of the higher low support level. So you break down, you have a little bit of a retracement, you're hitting point of control. You can see that the momentum is getting lost by this lower high right over here. So you are getting that confirmation of losing momentum. And it was pretty clear that this is a take profit zone at the 18.7k levels. We're currently at that range. So whoever shorted that, absolutely phenomenal, guys. You're making, 4-to-1 risk reward ratio. Racing Pixel, Seb, thanks for joining the live stream, guys. You are amazing. Thank you very much for your insane support. Don't talk about the Bitcoin crash. No panic. Buy a bit now and defend Bitcoin, says Harvest. I am defending Bitcoin. I bought Bitcoin yesterday. I'm going to buy Bitcoin every Monday. At least $2,000 every Monday. It might be $4,000, I don't know, but I'm gonna start dollar cost averaging every week, every Monday, and I will show you every single week, okay, how much Bitcoin I'm buying, and I'm gonna start buying and buying and buying despite we go lower, guys. Is 10k possible? Maybe yes, maybe no, I don't know. If it goes all the way down there, I will be buying some more, of course. Fed tomorrow, I see you in the comment section. ADA, please. We can take a look at ADA. Of course we can take a look at ADA. Let's take a look at ADA. Oh, S&P 500 is getting a pretty nice drop at this moment. I am short on the S&P 500 right now. Position is protected. $600 in a profit. I want to keep this a swing trade if possible. I mean, I'm going to try and keep this position open at break even because I'll go through ADA right now, guys. Just 1 second. I mean, we need to focus on Bitcoin, on Ethereum, on DXY and the S&P 500, guys, mainly because altcoins are just they'll follow the markets and Bitcoin, most of them. So yeah, we can take a look at ADA. ADA is again at this support level. It's claiming the support every single time. We had some boxes here. Oh my goodness, guys. Look at where we have these boxes on ADA. I'll jump on ADA right now. But this is absolutely insane. Just see where, because it's been quite some time. It's been at least a week since we haven't taken a look at ADA. And just take a look at the boxes that I do have here, okay? Just analyze these boxes in just 1 second. Then we'll extend them. Look how well they have been respected. Really nice scalps and day trades on ADA. But I was going to talk about something right now. Was it the S&P 500? Yeah, I was just going to mention on the S&P 500 why I actually shorted this level, of course. Because we were creating a double top scenario, okay, on on the S&P 500, double top, swing failure, whatever you want to call it, right there, hitting a huge resistance level. And the reason why I shorted this level was after the confirmation, after the swing failure, guys. Check out the 1 hourly chart. Just when we're trying to get above the 3,935 points, this is the moment I short. I do not short here, or here. I wait for the claim of the highs and the rejection. And there is where I short for that confirmation exhaustion point, right? This is the whole reason I shorted the S&P right at this level. Right there, as you can see here on the chart. So just something that I wanted to point out there. And the reason why I'll have this one at break even, we could get a massive pump on the S&P 500 in between today and tomorrow. If that does happen, I will be still interested in shorting, of course. But, and this is a big but, all depending on tomorrow, 8 o'clock. If they do manage, which I don't think is going to happen because they don't want to destroy the economy and the market. But who knows? There is a small percentage scenario that they will put interest rates up 1%. If that does happen, I see the price of the S&P 500 dropping all the way down to the 3,700 points. No doubt, this is holding by a thread an important zone of support, just dancing around this range. It's probably going to go down anyway, but if the interest rates are going to be 1%, yeah, this will have a massive collapse, guys. Massive collapse. So I'm trying to hold that short. Hopefully I won't get stopped out with volatility. The short on the S&P 500 that I did make here took profits already on that at this support level. This was explained on the live streams a few days ago. Let's take a look at ADA, guys. I got someone here claiming for ADA. ADA right now is at a big support level. Not much to say on ADA. You know what ADA is doing? It's creating a massive descending triangle. You like it or not? We are already at 75% of the pattern, meaning it's at breakout point. Usually patterns don't break out at the very end of at the very end of the apex in the case of a descending triangle. ADA is already at 70%. It's creating aggressive lower highs, as you can see. Massive support level at 42-cent range. Still bouncing. This is extremely bearish. If you're looking for scalps, day trade opportunities, we talked about some day trade opportunities. Last one I remember was the short here at 48 cents. This was golden. While we were doing the live stream, we were breaking down and I was saying, okay, there's a possibility in getting a bounce here. I'm not going to trade this bounce because we could break through it potentially. We did get one bounce here after the breakout, so the bounce was created already on ADA. But after this solid volume breakout, this was during the live stream. Of course, several hours happened. I wasn't going to continue the live stream. This live stream was exactly on the 6th of September. Saying, guys, the shorting level for me on ADA was the 48 cents, as we were going to hit a big major resistance zone. We got big volume, and if we pump with lowish volume, you are likely to get rejected here from 48 cents to kind of claim the 46 cent level. Of course, we always talk about the 618 Fibonacci always being a take profit zone. So from the low to the highs, you are shorting here. You are taking profit at the 618. No matter what, keep it really technical, keep it really strict, because if you are expecting the lows to be claimed and you did not even put your stop loss at break even, you got your stop loss here above this range, above this major support level, guess what? The price came to your stop loss. take profits, protect position, no matter what. Always at the 618, because the 618 is always a bouncing level, no matter if there's volume or not. So ADA, and let me just extend these boxes, guys, because it's the whole reason why I'm going through what happened is because we always keep the channel educational content, right? We extend these boxes and we check out how they have been respected. Just extended the boxes, as you can see here on the chart. They are respected as when you break up, but you bounce every single time as support. And if you create lower highs, then yeah, you are likely to come down. So you can understand. So what happened here? I mean, this is absolutely crazy. How technical this can be. How technical this can get. Absolutely crazy. These boxes were extended. Massive. This is relatively easy to trade, guys. Relatively easy, because you might think to yourself, we broke out from this resistance again after here. Why didn't we get the bounce here, guys? Why didn't we get the bounce? Why wouldn't have I traded a long position here, guys? Let me know in the comment section. I'm going to go through the super chats in just 1 second. Whew. Why wouldn't I long? I just want a quick question here. Why would I have longed this range, that's resistance and support after a breakout, the first touch? And I would assume that most of you do know, but whoever doesn't know, we did not. This is a falling knife. We didn't have a stop at that level. Look at this. The random boxes work well. They absolutely do, Mr. Half Infinite. Yeah, we do get some people that say random lines and random boxes and random stuff on the chart. Hey, you cannot make this up. These levels are getting extremely respected. So one of the reasons why you wouldn't long this for a potential bounce is because it's a falling knife. You're starting to have some pretty intense volume. While you're coming down there and the volume is growing and growing, yeah, you want to stay away from longing that. You're going to say, holy crap, this support level is potentially going to get broken. What happens? Of course it does. It gets broken. You come down to claim these lows. So you have the reaction on ADA at the 46 cent level. You could potentially long that level. You're getting a reaction. There's low volume. You're hitting support. Why not? You could assume to long it. Even better one, shorting the 48 cent level to claim the lows or the 618. And you have high volume. You come back up to hit that resistance zone, guys. Come on, man. There's money to be made here in the market, guys. Don't tell me there's no money to be made. And it's you are the one that makes it risky. You are the one that loses money. If you are extremely technical and patient and know when to enter and know when to protect your position, you're going to make some huge gains, guys. Trust me. You will make huge gains. I mean, maybe some people of you make a lot of too much volume, says Barons. Absolutely. That volume, you can see it while it's dropping, okay? So you wouldn't long that level. Absolutely phenomenal. Because of the powerful candle, Aminullah, absolutely. Random boxes are now a classic, says Samuel. Yeah, I'm going to get some... Seb was saying that I need to get some t-shirts with pumpy action, with what's up my crypto legends and a Bitcoin sign. Maybe random, I trade random boxes, I trade random lines or something like that is also going to be a phrase here from me. Let's keep it a brand, right? Pumpy action. We've got some names. We've got pumpy action. We got what's up my crypto legends. And maybe this one is going to be a good one. Random boxes. I'm trading random boxes. Anyway, price always comes back to the point of control, says Bufo. Second test not as strong. Second test not as strong. You could have assumed also there was a second test here because you could have assumed that this was a test. Maybe just about. But exactly, second test is also not as strong. So the more times you hit a support level, if you break up and then you kind of double top or create choppy action and you come back down, you do not want to long the second retest. You always want to short or long the first test, right? So why long here, high risk or limit order, when you can wait for the breakdown and you can either long this support level, you got a consolidation, or even better, wait for a potential bounce and then short this level. And guys, I'm just gonna fast forward right now because we did have that opportunity today. Actually, was it today? Yeah, it must have been today. I'm just fast forwarding, guys. Guess what happened here? Guess what happened? You can see it right there. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm just not trading ADA at all. I'm just focusing on Bitcoin. Got natural gas right now on Primix BT. You cannot. I mean, I can't trade everything, guys. But this one is absolutely crazy. Just today, guys. This was yesterday actually. Yesterday night, early this morning, 1 o'clock Central European time. Check out what I've just explained right here. And it doesn't matter where the price action will go right now. We are at a very, very strong support level at this moment, multi-monthly support range where we could see some volatility to the downside. Many retests of this zone of 42 cents. It's probably going to drop down, come back up. It's a very, very difficult range. The range is the range you want to trade is when you are above this support level. For goodness sake. When you're well above this range, you want to range trade inside here. Okay? Range trading level to level. Not at the extreme low support level. I mean, this is very, very difficult to say. We could break down right now after so many retests, or we could get a bounce. So it's a 50-50 prediction for me. I would say, no, I'm not going to trade it. So why would I gamble if I do not know where it's going to go with high probability? We want to trade high probability scenarios. And my goodness, look at this level here of 46, just slightly below 46, right? The lows, 45.6 approximately. Look at this insane level. You could actually put the box a little bit lower right there. To the lows, to the extreme lows. We've got bounce at this 45.6. We get the breakdown with this amount of volume, guys. Come on. We're getting the breakdown with this volume, guys. Wherever we stop and get the retracement and hit the support level, turning into resistance with low volume, you are likely to come down to claim the lows or almost claim the lows at the 618, guys. Come on, this is absolutely golden. You can do this yourself. You don't need me anymore here on YouTube. I'm gonna finish YouTube, finish everything. Come on, guys, you got it all here. But come on, I've just explained the last few days scenarios with these boxes from analysis that we did. I don't know when was this analysis. Was it on the 8th? Yeah, around about the 8th, 7th, 8th of September. Just over 10 days has gone by. These levels have been very much respected. If you know how to wait for breakouts, wait for consolidations. Come on, guys. This was absolutely a crazy trade right there. Where did we hit? I mean, we obviously hit already the 618 from the low to the high. We at 7.8. So winning trade right there. You got a winning trade. Stop loss above the big candlestick here on the lower time frames. This is a less risk to reward. It's about 2 to 1 approximately, right? If you do manage to get in at the very, very highs, it's a 2 to 1 risk to reward. Very, very tight, 1.5. But even though it's worth a chance, as long as your profit is more than your stop loss, take the trade. Take the trade. BTC seems to hold at the 618. Bufo, I'm at Chris. Can you take a look at Gala? Did it break the daily support? Let's take a look at Gala right away. Gala. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. 618. It's not at 618 just yet. Okay. Oh yeah, it just did tap the 618. If we do have a consolidation, guys, there's not much I can say. We need a larger consolidation for several hours. It's a big level, big support, big resistance. I mean, we didn't get the bounce here, but it's a range where we could consolidate. It's the 618. Stay cautious. A potential bounce is possible, but focus on the DXY. Focus on the S&P 500. Looking very, very bearish. Trade here almost $1,000 in profit at this moment. I'm trading I'm shorting S&P 500 and shorting natural gas. When it's $1,000 in just less than 2 days, I feel just like locking those profits, guys. I'm not sure if I'm going to hold this for the potential news tomorrow. See if it's going to break down. If it gets to $1,000, I might take profits. Come on. Remember, S&P 500, natural gas, Forex can be traded on PrimeXBT. The good thing about this is I just go from wallet to wallet. No, it doesn't go through banks. It doesn't go through anything. This broker doesn't need any of your personal details. I'm just moving crypto here, back and forward and back to my ledger, accumulating as much as I can. And this is the good thing. I used to trade on interactive brokers and, you know, bank account, this, ID, blah, 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 and too much information that I don't want them to have. And I really enjoyed trading DAX 30, S&P 500. And now you have PrimeXBT where you can trade different, huge amount of assets, Forex, oil, natural gas, and you get 7% with the link down below in the description, guys, on top of your deposit. You can trade with Bitcoin, USDT, Ethereum also. You get 7% added for your buying power. You deposit $10,000, you're getting 700 on top of that for buying power, which is absolutely an insane bonus. Right, Gala. Gala breaking daily level. Let me just zoom in here quickly on Gala right away. Let's get another chart with some more price data. Gala breaking a daily level to the downside. Yeah, possibly. Yes, it is. Let me just zoom in right there. Daily, well, a very strong daily level. You got that one right, Chris. So daily level at this zone is being broken with some pretty intense volume. We can go to the 4 hourly. I'm not sure if volume is extremely high. This is on the Binance chart. Absolutely crap. Binance calculated by TradingView. Let's take a look at on Coinbase. I mean, volume is pretty intense. On the 1 hourly, yeah, it's pretty good volume. It's a shame that we didn't retrace a bit more, but it would have been ideal for a short. Yeah, insane breakdown from the daily level here. I would wait patiently. I mean, it can go lower. It would be ideal now for a little bit of pumpy action, and then, you know, if we do get up there in the next couple of days, you know, that 0.046 is a huge daily level, Chris. So you got that right. Massive big breakdown with volume. What is the likely scenario? The likely scenario is that you are potentially going to go lower, or at least retest the low range from the drop. So you're creating lower highs. And I would assume, you know, that you want to look for the 618 range, you know, that daily level. If you do manage to get all the way up here to the 0.45, 0.7, 0.046 range here, 618 daily level, and get that consolidation, you are just likely to continue back down. Okay, we'll go with a lower high trend line right there. Lower high, lower low. You are looking for that lower high probability trade to claim the lows. That is what I got, Chris, for you. I need to rush, guys. Thank you very much for joining the live stream. Make sure to destroy the like button. This was a little bit of a short one, just under 1 hour. I'm going to try and do another live stream afterwards. Smash up the like button for me, guys, for this educational content. This is the scenario that I'm waiting here on Bitcoin, 18,700 range. If we're going to manage to get that consolidation, S&P 500 dropping, Natural gas at the range. We could get a little bit of volatility. Stay safe, guys, with your trading, and I will see you in the next one.